Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3 Episode 8. Child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade. If you are here for a second or third time, then welcome back, child. We gonna get to the mess. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it, honey, because the scene is opening up with Mel J. Blige, honey, and she's singing to her heart's content, child. When the episode first opens up, we see Mel dressed as Elvira, honey, shooting her music video and whatnot. Okay, straight black wig. So she's getting her signature blonde colored wig laid down, okay? She looks really pretty. She looks good with the weight on her. You know, she's giving a little bit of the zhuzh, but then she says she's shooting a video for her hit song. Mel now. Mel now, you and these karaoke lyrics, honey. Now I'm just saying, child, not the hit song, honey. So her friend Daquan is directing and co-writing, right? So they show a little behind the scenes of the video. She said, you know, she always wanted to sing and now it's coming to pass. Mama, I want to sing. I know that's right, Mel. She said her friend Stormy was letting them use her mansion and whatnot. So Stormy comes in for a brief little peek in, and I'm like, okay, why we couldn't have been introduced to Stormy? Okay, the house is giving what needs to be gave. She seems like a boss. Why did y'all give us Tiffany? Child, anybody but Tiffany. So, you know, they finish up in the dining room with Mel sitting up there talking about, you gonna bring the Scorpio out of me. It's gonna be a crime scene. You know what I mean? Shut up. Just shut up. I hate these rhyming lyrics. I hate that little wispy voice. I hate it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really trying to let a sister realize her dreams. Because, baby, let me tell you something. When you drop the dead weight and then you start getting the zhuzh that needs to be given, I am all for it. But I hate these lyrics. I think I think her voice can do a little, ooh, yeah, if they really put her with the right lyrics. But who is writing these songs? Child, is so elementary school. I hate everything about it. Child, just a side note, honey, I had to go on a little bit of a rant. But anyway, and I'm back. So they finish up the dining room scene with the fake Martell eating and ignoring her, honey, same as in real life. Brittany and her, they go outside to talk, right? So they're talking about how, you know, she supports her by watching the kids. She's like, I just want to apologize to you about the live that Martell did, you know, because you watched them for one night. But he'll say, you know, you're not capable of watching them because you only have one child. And how can you be capable of watching 4 more? This seems manufactured to me. How long ago was the live? So he humiliated her on a live. Then the cameras are up during the apology. I mean, things that make you go, I don't know. It just seemed very manufactured. Like, I'm glad y'all getting into it as y'all getting into it and you've given her the apology that needs to be given. But it just seems like this was and go. Okay, and I apologize and I'm so sorry and cut. Thank you, Brittany. You were not as, you know, you didn't accept the apology like you should have. Let's try it one more time. It just gave me that. Now, that may just be me. But we're going to go ahead and say that this happened like 2 days ago and now she's apologizing because they're filming. Okay, girl. So Brittany said, well, you know, I had to realize he wasn't in a good place. Mel was like, yeah, and I can't be in that place with him. You know, I've been through all of that hurt and turmoil. Mel, you and Martell are both guilty of those social media shenanigans, honey, and I just got to call a spade a spade. Both of y'all be going back and forth and back. It's a fool either way you look at it. Moving forward. Mel said, you know, she's witnessed him go against all the people that they've loved and they have looked out for them, and for him to say that Brittany was an unstable babysitter when they've known her for years is a lie, and second of all, it's low. And you know, she says she's trying to make things work with Martell, but it's hard sometimes. Well, honey, I'm sure it is with Hotel Holt. Moving forward. Over at Black, we catch up with Jalen. Tisha and her vacation braids, they stop by, and she's asking him how things are going with the staff shortage. So then Jalen tells us during the holiday weekend, almost all of the staff just up and walked out. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. For all of the staff to just get up and walk out meant that the ship was sinking. Okay, that's restaurant life for you. The turnover is ridiculous, but it also depends on the working conditions. So by him saying that, it's letting me know that they didn't have the things that were needed to succeed. I mean, that's what it's saying to me. He said there were some people that just got up and walked out. He also said that there were some that stepped up and actually helped him. So she starts talking about the reports being sent nightly. She's like, yeah, I need the emails because I'm missing some. Lady, he just told you that your entire staff up and walked out. and you are looking for a per our last email. Tisha, see, this is what gets on my scene. Oh, Tisha, honey, and I be really trying to just stay neutral because I don't want to get into it with you like that because I feel like you already just get hammered. But at the same time, girl, right now is not the time to be talking about those little funky emails. He was like, yeah, that's my bad. Since the shortage, I've just been trying to stay afloat. I haven't been bringing my laptop to work because I know I'm going to be asked to cook. Y'all running this like a lemonade stand, honey. At this point, honey, y'all may need to close for like a week, hire some staff, train them, and then reopen. This is not a good look. So then Tisha goes, even though you have the other responsibilities, I need you to do your job. Well, Tisha, you and Marceau need to be present. Your business is not well-oiled enough. It's not a well-oiled machine, honey. It's not able to be on autopilot just yet. You need to be present to help. He can't go from being the GM to the cook, to the busboy, to the server, to the bartender. He can't do all of those things. So Jalen said, I'm doing a lot and we're talking about emails. Yes, it's not making any sense. This is what he's saying in his confessional. He said, so how are we? Are we good? He said, because sometimes it comes off like you don't trust that I'm doing my job. She said, oh, as a family, we're good. He said, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm asking because, things could be going on with my mom. And then since I'm her offspring, it's taken out on me. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, petty family drama can get in the way. But me personally, honey, I could not be worried about that and work too. And I'm trying to figure out what is Jalen's degree in. Honey, he needs to spread his wings. I would have walked right on out with everybody else. But y'all, we know that's not feasible because he don't want to make Kimmy look bad. But in the same breath, it ain't no way I'm going to sit here and listen to Tisha just randomly stop by asking about an email when the entire restaurant is understaffed. You literally have a staff of one, Jalen. Girl, moving forward. So then Tisha goes, it would be unprofessional of me to mix up the two things. And, I'm kind of offended that he would think I would take my personal issues out on him. Well, you and Marceau are giving very much unprofessional. So, I really can't fault him for that. So then she says, I'm not too happy with Kimmy. Honey, you're never happy with Kimmy. Never. Never. Since the inception of this show, you've never been happy with Kimmy. She said, especially after hearing what she said to my mom, Miss Wanda is lying about what was said. Tisha, honey, you need to talk to Kimmy first. You know how your mama is, and she got a little lying problem. Child, she likes to fabricate things. You got to talk to Miss Wanda. So Marceau shows up, right? He's like, we lost a lot of staff during the holiday, and, we never missed a beat. That's results. That's ownership. No, that's Jalen, okay? Being the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. That's not y'all. Y'all are doing nothing, okay? And it shows. He said, you had every right to say I can't do this, which is why I feel good about your performance. Marceau, honey, these working conditions, first of all, they're deplorable, okay? He is bound to be burnt out and leave you high and dry, just like everybody else. Then Marceau goes, so what's your feedback for us? Y'all really want to know that? Well, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. He said, it's a lot more hands-off than I thought it would be. And, I didn't get the training that I needed. And then when the ship was sinking that weekend, he was expecting for them to step up and help, but they didn't. Crickets. They ain't saying nothing. They just sitting there looking at Jalen. This is the time for the two of you to pipe up, honey. Speak your speech. Let's hear it. Child, be careful of what you ask for because you just might get it, honey. He honest, just like his mama. So Marceau said, I was hoping that he would see that he swam with the sharks, but I'm hearing that he wanted someone to rescue him. You asked his feedback about the two of you, and that's exactly what you got. What are you talking about? Tisha gonna talk about, well, you survived, so. Girl, does he look like Destiny's Child? I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. Shout out to Destiny's Child. Girl, goodbye. Ain't nobody trying to be Beyonce and them talking about you survived. He survived. Oh, child, this is a fool. She's like, I asked Marceau what we needed to do as we were walking out, and he said, nothing. Jalen got it from here. Jalen's going to take care of it. Y'all two are lazy, okay? You have no true concept of business. This is your baby, okay? Think of the restaurant as a newborn. You just going to birth the baby and give it to the nanny to raise? Child, it don't make no sense. No, you have to be present the first few years. Present not only in funding the business, putting the business up, but you also have to be in the business, hands on. A perfect example, Nene and her lounge, okay? She was going through the worst time in her life, losing her 20-year forever spouse. And she was in the Lanithia Lounge every day, all day. Why? Because it's her baby. She's always in there, honey. It's her brand. It's her name. It's her investment. Y'all lazy, honey, and that's just my honest opinion. And that's that on that. Moving forward. So then Marceau gonna say, well, we want you to grow. Honey, that's BS. He's like, you can't get stronger without pressure. Jalen said, yeah, I get it, but I definitely understand why people leave because it's stressful. And just because he handled it doesn't mean he didn't want their help. Marceau was like, you know, he's getting life experience and doesn't even realize it. So here go Tisha. That's why I told you to hire a general manager. He was like, yeah, you were right all along, babe. Not y'all blaming him. Even as an experienced general manager, honey, they wouldn't want that stress. That is too much. Let me tell y'all something. If you've never worked in the food industry, then honey, it's a blessing. Because that is one industry that will make or break you. You think it's easy when they smile and take those orders and run to the back and bring out your food? No, it's an entire explosion happening in that kitchen. And I know because I worked in food service for over 20 years. So I know exactly how that goes. But I say all that to say this. You have to have the proper leadership. Jalen got no training whatsoever. And then the people that are supposed to be the business owners, y'all have no restaurant experience and y'all make sure that you show it. Child is a fool. So Jalen goes and does whatever it is he needs to do, right? So Tisha is like, let's just help Jalen get these chairs off the tables and everything. So she was like, you know, I just want to apologize to you about how I spoke to you. He said, look, if you ask me a question, then I'm going to answer. But if other people ask me, I'm not answering it. She's like, well, I'm apologizing for my delivery because usually I keep it calm, cool, and collect. Okay. Oh, child. Calm, cool, and collected, Tisha. Collected. Collect is like you collect your coins. You do a collect call. You have a collect call from a so-and-so facility. Like, that's a collect. Like, oh, Tisha. Oh, child. I be trying so hard to overlook it, y'all, I promise. But not calm, cool, and collect, honey. Calm, cool, and collected. Just keep Miss Wanda out y'all business, honey, and the two of y'all will be fine. But what's done in the dark is always going to come to the light. So you don't need Miss Wanda telling you exactly what's happening with the outside babies and outside grandmas and all this other kind of stuff, child. It's going to come out. Trust me. Moving forward. So she tells him, she's like, you know, it's our 15th anniversary, so I want to do a Vegas trip. He's like, is your mama coming? She's like, no, I think y'all need to take a little bit of a break. Now Huntsville starting to take trips. Okay, I love it. Budget is budgeting. Okay, let's get into it. So she wants to take the entire group. She said, you know, I want it to be fun. I want it to be a celebration. You know, take a break from work. Well, honey, according to Jalen, y'all been taking a break from work. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you saying? Child, goodbye. In the next scene, Maurice rolls up on Louis in the G-Wagon, honey, because he wants to make sure things are settled after the little confrontation they had. As soon as he walks in, here comes the fakeness. Where's that energy that you had, sir? Remember, it would have been different had you had a few drinks beforehand. Remember you and Tiffany were talking when she was barefoot cutting the yard? Remember that? Child, they so fake, honey. He just like his wife. They actually are a match made in heaven. But child, let's continue to get into it. So Maurice told him that, you know, they may have come on strong, but it was a lot because kids are off limits. So let's just keep it that way and then everything is good. And he realized when Tiff mustered up those tears that the apology was sincere. Oh, Maurice, you bought that? Okay. He said as long as kids are left out, then everything's fine. It's a clean slate. So Maurice tells him about the Vegas trip and then he invites them. And so Louis was like, you know what? We're going to have to do a toast and we're going to have to really just toast it up to letting things go. Do we have to have them? Do they have to go? Child, they get on my nerves. But child, I guess I'm not in charge. Moving forward. In the next scene, over at Destiny's house, Mel and her Bob, they stop by and they start talking about the trip, right? And she's like, you know, we're the only single ones going. So Mel was like, Martell is single, but they better not have us paired in any kind of activities because I am not here for it. So Destiny said, well, can I say the same thing with Tiffany? Child, her man will be there, so I think you're safe, okay? So Mel is like, why don't you like her? So Destiny was like, I don't like her delivery. I don't like her inability to read the room. I hope she don't bring no cold tea to Vegas. Destiny, honey, we got it. Let it go. You don't like Tiffany. We don't either. We're all on one accord. There's no reason to continue to repeat that. Some people drink iced tea. Some people drink hot tea. Honey, either way, the tea gets sipped. Child, stop speaking on it. You're the one giving life to it. Let it go. We forgot all about it 4 or 5 episodes ago. Moving forward. Mel is like, if you don't go, then I'm not going. She was like, well, I can't go the first day because I have to drop the baby off. Mel was like, okay, cool, then I'll go the second day as well. Not Destiny being Mel's bodyguard. Child a fool. It's time for Vegas, baby. They get there and they get on the party bus, and child, Tisha showing us how she got Marceau. Then the perfect couple get on the bus. Oh, child. They tell Stiff Tiff to take a spin around the pole, and she's like, well, what did we sign ourselves up for? Honey, it's Vegas. Live a little, okay? Child, goodbye. And so Marceau was like, you get extra points if you drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Well, he didn't say that, but I like to he told her she gets extra points if she drops down into a split. Child, we don't need to see that, okay? And Marceau, you get a little bit too friendly. Moving forward. Tisha gives a speech talking about what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Child, y'all ain't about to do nothing but get together and fuss about Miss Wanda. Girl, please. So Tiffany was like, I wonder if those questions at Taco Tuesday weren't so hypothetical. Child, I ain't hitting on nothing. Maurice asked Martell if Marcus was coming, because you know that's his alter ego. He's like, well, I'm a single man. Honey, you been that, but what else is going on? So they arrive at the house, right? House is nice. And Marceau was like, y'all may have to share rooms. Here go Martell. Oh, I'll share with whoever. Honey, I'm sure you will, but Mel ain't there yet. So they start choosing their rooms or whatever. Next thing you know, the Scotts 2.0 and 1.0, they're in the kitchen talking about threesomes, right? You know Martell, he got to be in the mix, child. So Marceau is like, I'm just saying if Tisha finds a girl she likes, I'm fine with it. Honey, you don't care if Tisha finds a dog, a cat, a man, a woman. You just don't want Tisha to want you, honey. It's given very much, please somebody take her. Child, this is a fool. So I guess they're trying to spice it up this season, talking about the threesome of it all. So Martell goes, you know, cheating is with someone you don't know. Well, honey, we know you know. Well, child, you really don't know about cheating because you got caught. But we're just going to say that you didn't pass this test just like you didn't pass the one for your builder's license. Moving forward. Kimmy said if anybody knows the rules to cheating, it's Martell. Honey, and is. So Martell is like, you know, cheating is when the other party doesn't know. So Tisha's like, he ain't gonna know. So Tiffany gonna say, well, at least you can watch. Okay, girl, honey, please sit back. But one thing I did appreciate about this scene is that it was lighthearted and in good fun. So I feel like we need to have more scenes like this where all the couples and everybody is getting along, just having a good time. Sometimes you want to see lighthearted TV. But child, that didn't last long. Let's get into it as we get into it. They start talking about Destiny. Kimmy is like, just because I appreciate a beautiful woman doesn't mean I'm running behind Destiny. Tisha was like, well, she said that. Kimmy said she said everything. She think me and Jalen want her. And Tisha was like, well, she want the whole family, which is gross, okay? Very gross. And so Tisha's like, you can't plan a threesome in Vegas. It just has to happen. You know, while you're out, you're drinking. Well, honey, it sounds like you're planning it to me. Honey, anything to keep Marceau interested. It sounds very much thought out. Child, Tisha says she gonna spice things up for her man if it's the last thing she So Maurice is like, you know, it's been 15 years now. It's time. Here go Marceau trying to play it off, talking about, don't be putting the pressure on my wife to do a threesome. If she don't want to do a threesome, that's fine. But if she does, that's fine too. Honey, I'm sure it is. Whole time Martell just sitting there looking. I'm like, oh, Martell, so awkward. In the next scene, the day turns to night, and Tisha decided they should just order in, put their suits on, and get down to the pool to start the fussing. So then Tisha starts picking out swimsuits. Here go Marceau. He's like, babe, there are single men here. Child, you don't care nothing about this bathing suit she about to choose, okay? You just pretending to care, honey, because we know dang on well you could care less what she puts on. She came to the door in full-on lingerie, and you started talking about the chocolate champagne didn't have the right labels. Child, missed me with that. So Tisha's like, well, there's only one here, and he ain't looking at me. Child, I don't put nothing past Martell, okay? Y'all see how he pulled Tisha talking about, let's go skinny dipping when he first walked in the house? Did y'all peep that? Because, honey, he ain't fooling me. In one room, Maurice is all over Kimmy. Like, you need some help? Let me help you try on the bathing suit. And she's like, no, I don't need any help. Meanwhile, on the other side of the wall, Tisha's like, can you help me? Here go Marceau. No. Oh my God. This is sad. It is really sad. She's like, I need your help. Marceau, stop embarrassing your wife, honey, and act interested. Maurice over there fawning and foaming at the mouth, honey, totally excited. I really hate that hair on Kimmy. Honey, that's just a side note. It's like them old school crochet braids that's just sitting up there. It looks like when she takes that ponytail down, you're going to see where they like loop the crochets. I hate that look. Oh, child. Whew, a mess. Anywho, this is what Martell is saying in his confessional. He's like, I don't feel funny being a single person here. You know, these are my friends. Mel might show up tomorrow, so I'm a little bit hesitant on that. I don't know what she might give me, and I don't know what I might give her. Honey, you're trying to give her the D still, according to the streets, but that's neither here nor there. So they all come into the kitchen, right? Marceau, being the misogynistic pig that he always is. I really feel sorry for Tisha, because I mean, oh, child. So Tiffany was like, I don't know how Tisha has put up with that for 15 years. Girl, hush, you just got here. I don't care what Tiffany says. I don't like it. I mean, I know she's saying something that makes sense, but I just don't like her. I just don't, honey. Just call me pretty and petty. Tisha is like, Martell, he wasn't like this until you moved to Huntsville. Here go Maurice. Yeah, he was fat. He didn't have no beard. Okay. So that's why he acts this way. He's feeling himself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Now that he done lost a little weight and grew a little beard. Honey, dropped a few lbs, now you showing out. See, that's how men like to do. They start acting funny once they glow up. Child. So Marceau said Maurice was too, and he was shy. This was before Kimmy. So then Marceau said Maurice was in an effed up marriage. So they're all laughing and whatnot. And Kimmy is like, don't say that. So they're still going back and forth with a little banter, right? So Tiffany goes, then Kimmy had to come and steal him away. Kimmy was like, no. Marceau is like, Kimmy saved him. She's like, nope, I didn't steal anyone. No one was stolen. Honey, let me get it together for the new girl. Honey, not the new girl. Child, this is a mess. Kimmy said it was easy for Martell to start this rumor so he could shift the focus from his own affairs. And this is my thing. Maurice, when are you going to pipe up? They're literally standing here in front of you calling your wife a side chick while you just stand there and skin and grin. You're starting to get on my nerves, okay? Now, you were one of the men through the seasons that I was like, you know, Maurice is so level-headed. He's actually a nice guy. I can see how him and Kimmy ended up together. But now they calling her a side chick, honey, and you're making it seem like it's some truth to it. She said, you know, and it looked like it worked because everybody was believing Martell. But honey, what y'all think? Do y'all think Kimmy was a side chick? Comment down below and tell me if you feel like there's any truth to the side chick conversation of it all. And I'm going to chime in with y'all and we're going to get into it as we get into it. But let's continue. She's like, I don't know why Marceau drunk self said that because it's not funny. Honey, you need to be talking about your own man, Kimmy. Okay, in this moment, you need to be saying, and I don't know why Maurice is not piping up and speaking his speech on my behalf. That's what you need to be saying. So they go out to the pool and Martell thanks them for inviting them to Vegas and everything. And Marceau was like, you know what, Martell, my heart goes out to you for everything that you've gone through, but you handled it like a champ. Your heart goes out to him for what? He created his life path. Like, you must be drunk, okay? Because what are you feeling sorry for Martell for? He made his bed and he lying in it. Child, them little bitto shirts. So Tiffany pipes up. She's like, it's better on the other side. Stop trying to act like you are better than this man's first wife. You don't know what this man did, honey. And according to you, the way you were talking last week or a few episodes back about cheating, honey, your man might be just like Martell. But we are yet to get into it. Girl, hush. So Tisha goes, or the second time around, you know, with the same person, like they are rekindling it. Tisha, stop it. Okay? These two need to stay separate. So then Tacky Tiffany shoots a dig at Kimmy and goes, you know, non-side chickish. Okay, now see, you're going to be crying them tears when y'all get into it, but then you're going to say that you didn't mean it that way. She's like, no, you know, because she clarified it for us. So here go Martell. She's pointing at Kimmy again. Martell's so childish, child. So he cackling, pointing at Kimmy. So Kimmy said, let me clarify this. I have never been a side chick. I will never be a side chick. She's like, I don't know where y'all getting that info from. Honey, she got it from Mel. And I can almost guarantee you that her and Melody had that conversation. Now, she may have watched the show. And she may have gotten it from there. I don't know. But either way it goes, she heard it before today. So she's like, I don't know where y'all getting that from. Here go Martell. Well, Marceau, you the one that told me she was a side chick. Oh, plot twist. Not Marceau is the one who dropped the bomb and told Martell, and Martell went to running his mouth. Child, I don't know now. It might be some truth in it. So Kimmy is getting pissed because Martell is like saying it over and over. And he's like, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Marceau says, so what's wrong with being a side chick? Okay, y'all about to get on my nerves. Here comes Tisha. First of all, they're getting ruthless out here. Oh, calm down, Tisha. Not again. Kimmy is like, at this point, it's not funny. Okay. He was like, it is. It's very funny to me. So Kimmy said, is it as funny as you having a side baby? Oh, child, don't start none, ain't gonna be none. Child, this is a fool. He was like, yeah, it's funny as hell. She said, I don't see Tisha laughing. Now, how did Tisha get into it? Not Kimmy. Tisha ain't did nothing to nobody. Poor Tisha. So Tisha is like, I guess she's sticking up for me, but she has a crappy way of doing it. Let me tell y'all something. I just have to call a spade, honey. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I would be pissed if you bring that up at my anniversary trip. I would not like that. I don't care who it is. Now, you and Marceau, y'all can argue back and forth all day. Cuss him out, call him bald, talk about his managing skills and everything else. But don't bring me in that. Honey, don't bring me down. Like, that's crazy. She's like, why bring that up in front of everybody? Well, honey, everybody already knew. Okay, it's not exactly a secret. But we're not even talking about that. Child, y'all ain't got no respect for Tisha. I mean, none. So she goes, well, let me say this, since we're all talking so freely and so openly, talking about the mess. So she starts talking about the mess. Miss Wanda told it, honey, and we all know that that was a fabricated lie. She said, Kimmy, she said you told her to shut the F up, and that's disrespectful to anybody's mom. Now, in a normal case of a mom, I would say that's very disrespectful. But the way Miss Wanda gets into it, sometimes you have to cut a snake off at the head. Honey, I mean, sometimes you guys just got to hit a bully square in the face, because if you don't, they're going to keep bullying you. And that's the situation with Miss Wanda and Kimmy. Moving forward. Kimmy said, I may have said the word, but I never said shut the up. I never said that. She said, and at this point, it's gaslighting, and it sends you into a spiral to come and question me. These are facts, honey, because Miss Wanda knows exactly what she's doing. She starts the mess, and Tisha has to fight a losing battle. Honey, you're not going to win the war of words with Kimmy. She got the fans on the side, child. She ain't got a husband on the side because he never pipes up at the correct time, right? Because she's sitting here fussing back and forth with Scott 1.0, and Maurice is saying nothing, sitting idly by at the pool, saying absolutely nothing, while Marceau, Tiffany, Tisha, everybody is calling your wife a side chick. And this is my thing. The way Maurice goes about things, I wouldn't be surprised if Kimmy, unbeknownst to her, was a side chick. He probably wasn't even fully done with his marriage, allegedly. And then, you know, Kimmy came into the picture, and that's where Marceau got, she was a side chick. I mean, you don't share much with her. We're seeing it right here in real time. So I'm just saying. So Kimmy feels like, you know, all my life I had to fight. Shout out to The Color Purple. She feels like she has to fight Tisha's whole family. No, but she really feels like she has to fight with all of them. And this is why she said no to Scott Manor. So Tisha said, but they're talking about what they see on TV. Honey, not the edited version. Girl, goodbye. So Kimmy said, Miss Wanda tells Tisha something and she just believes it. And that's a sick, sad shame, because she should know how her mama is by now. It's some family members that you just know they like to tote lies, so you have to cross-reference just to make sure, honey, because you don't want to be hanging out here looking crazy. Tisha tells Kimmy about what Jalen said, right? So Kimmy was like, well, I didn't say anything derogatory about you to Jalen or Jalen to you. So then they start arguing about a text between Jalen and Tisha and him saying yes ma'am. Honey, I'm not sure exactly what the context of the text was, but apparently it offended Tisha. So Tisha is like, you need to read the text. Kimmy said, oh, I did. Tisha said he definitely was being disrespectful and he was being rude. So Kimmy is like, well, you have a smart mouth too. Tisha said, well, I guess you're sticking up for your son just like my mom does me. Oh, it's getting very juvenile, but we're going to continue on, child. Marceau said the text was him being smart. I'm the king of sending something, trying not to appear smart, but I know it's an underlying smartness to it. Now, I got to take Marceau's word on that, honey, because he is the king of condescending bullshit. Okay, so I'm pretty sure he knows. So then Marceau goes, I don't take sides. Okay, everybody has done something wrong. Tisha has done something wrong. I've done something wrong. And Kimmy and Jalen have done something wrong. But I'm the only one that sees that. You never think Jalen is wrong. Honey, in the case of him running that restaurant and y'all not doing anything, absolutely nothing, she's not wrong. Like, child, please. And who's not going to take up for their child? Kimmy looks at Maurice and says, don't I see when Jalen does things wrong? Do I? He said, yes. Maurice, why are you not saying anything? So Kimmy said, I'm sick of your baby, she is pissed. She was like, I'm getting sick of your ass. Oh, honey. And that was the end of the episode. Child, at least it wasn't Mel and Martell for once. Honey, what a way to start a trip. This was a mess. Huntsville is doing its thing this season. It is absolutely great. If you have not seen the show, but you are just watching my reviews, honey, peek in every now and again. They even have the videos up on YouTube so that you can watch it and be updated, so that you can get into it as we get into it down in the comments. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel once again. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.